Hey everyone, get ready for a spine-chilling experience. I'm Jack, and I'm sharing true horror stories with you. Tune in as I dive into these real-life horrors that you won't believe are true, but they are. Grab your popcorn and maybe a blanket, and join me on this terrifying journey. We are doing very hard works to make every episode enjoyable for you. So, have a small request to all of you. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on future spine-tingling stories. And if I have any faults or did any wrong, then please advise. Stay safe and keep watching the dark side of the road. Story 1. The Endless Night of Rakamara. Rakamara is a small, isolated village that has never seen daylight for decades. Due to an ancient curse placed upon the village by an unknown deity, the sun refuses to rise, casting the land into perpetual twilight. The villagers have adapted to this eerie existence, but their lives are governed by an unsettling rhythm, where they perform rituals to appease the deity and maintain the balance of their strange world. The protagonist, a scientist named Suman, arrives in Rakamara, seeking to uncover the truth behind the endless night. Intrigued by the bizarre phenomena, they begin their investigation and quickly realize that the village's strange daylight cycle is only the beginning of something much darker. As Suman spends more time in the village, they uncover a web of secrets, including an ancient sacrificial ritual that must be performed every generation to keep the village from being swallowed by darkness. With each passing day, Suman learns more about the spirits that haunt Rakamara and the disturbing truth about their own family's connection to the village's curse. As the anniversary of the curse approaches, Suman is drawn into a terrifying choice: break the cycle and risk bringing darkness to the entire world, or continue the sacrifice and let the horror of the village continue for another generation. Story 2. The Eclipsed Village of Dakshin Bari. In Dakshin Bari, a village known for its picturesque beauty and tranquility, the villagers are bound by a centuries-old pact made with an enigmatic entity that resides deep within the surrounding jungle. The pact stipulates that every decade, the village must offer one of its own to the jungle in exchange for bountiful harvests and protection from natural disasters. Those chosen are never seen again. The story follows a woman named Joya, who has returned to her ancestral home in Dakshin Bari after years of living in the city. Soon, she discovers that her family has been hiding disturbing truths about her lineage. They are the descendants of the first family to strike the original pact with the entity. As the time for the village's next offering approaches, Joya begins to experience strange visions of a monstrous figure watching over the village, and she uncovers an unsettling pattern of disappearances that stretches back generations. Determined to uncover the truth, Joya begins investigating the origins of the pact and discovers that the entity in the jungle is no mere god, but a powerful force that consumes the souls of the villagers to maintain its grip over the land. To her horror, she realizes that the village will only be free if the pact is broken. But breaking it comes with dire consequences that could destroy everything, including the life she once knew. Joya must race against time to uncover the secrets of Dakshin Bari and decide what kind of sacrifice is worth making. Story 3. The 13th Hour of Kalyanpur. Kalyanpur is a village caught in a perpetual time loop, where every day repeats itself at precisely the 13th hour, a period of time that should not exist. Each day, the villagers live through their routines, oblivious to the horrors that await them at the 13th hour when time seems to stretch and twist. The village becomes trapped in this loop, and every time the hour passes, something ancient and malevolent awakens in the dark corners of the village. The protagonist, Arjun, a former resident of Kalyanpur, returns to his ancestral home after hearing about strange occurrences in the village. Upon his arrival, he is plunged into the unsettling rhythm of the 13th hour. Each day, he experiences horrific events. People vanish, buildings crumble, and the very landscape of the village warps in eerie ways. As Arjun delves deeper into the village's history, he uncovers the origin of the curse, an ancient, forgotten god that was angered by the villagers' sacrilegious actions centuries ago. This deity now demands a living soul every decade to break the loop, and Arjun may be its next target. In his search for a way to break the curse, Arjun discovers the village's dark past, and he learns that his own bloodline is tied to the original mistake that brought the curse upon the village. As he uncovers hidden rituals and cryptic warnings from the villagers, Arjun realizes that his actions will determine whether the village continues to suffer under the curse or if they can escape the 13th hour once and for all. However, every time the loop resets, Arjun begins to lose his grip on reality, unsure whether he's trapped in an endless nightmare or if the village itself is unraveling. Story 4. The Pale Eyes of Shikarpara. Shikarpara is a village surrounded by dense, dark forests. The villagers have long feared the Pale Eyes, spectral entities that are said to emerge from the forest every night during the full moon. These entities are believed to be the spirits of hunters who vanished mysteriously years ago. They appear as glowing eyes in the darkness, watching and following anyone who ventures too close to the forest's edge. The protagonist, Arvind, is a researcher studying supernatural phenomena who arrives in Shikarpara to investigate the origins of the Pale Eyes and their connection to the forest. What begins as an academic pursuit soon turns into a fight for survival, as Arvind discovers that the Pale Eyes are not merely spirits. They are vengeful beings who seek to trap the living in a never-ending cycle of death and rebirth. As Arvind begins to uncover the truth behind the spirit's origins, he learns that the Pale Eyes were once hunters who betrayed their own people to a dark force in exchange for immortality. Now, they are bound to the forest, doomed to hunt the living forever. Arvind must find a way to break the curse, but the more he delves into the mystery, the more he becomes entwined with the spirit's vengeful hunger. He must decide whether to escape or sacrifice himself to end the curse, all while being stalked by the terrifying presence of the Pale Eyes that seem to haunt him wherever he goes. Story 5. The Bloodstone of Bharadwaj. In Bharadwaj, an ancient village surrounded by hills, there exists a powerful artifact known as the Bloodstone, a cursed gemstone said to grant its bearer immense power. The villagers have long guarded the Bloodstone, knowing that whoever possesses it will be consumed by its dark magic. Every few generations, someone in the village succumbs to its call, leading to a series of violent deaths and chaos. The story centers on Reena, a young woman who returns to Bharadwaj after the sudden death of her father. As she reconnects with the villagers, she begins to uncover clues about the Bloodstone's true nature and its sinister influence on her family. As the dark magic of the Bloodstone begins to affect her, Rena finds herself caught in a battle for her sanity, as her ancestors' bloodline is marked by the gemstone's curse. She must piece together the secrets of her family's past and confront the malevolent forces that seek to control her destiny. As Rena delves deeper into the village's history, she uncovers the tragic tale of a forbidden love affair between a villager and a spirit bound to the Bloodstone. To break the curse, she must navigate the treacherous labyrinth of betrayal, bloodshed, and ancient rituals, ultimately facing a choice between freeing herself from the Bloodstone's curse or allowing it to consume the entire village in an endless cycle of destruction. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, to show your support, comment to share your thoughts or ask questions, and don't forget to subscribe to stay updated with our latest content. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload.